What's up, your boy for another reaction? In today's video, we have rich people being very greedy by Trap University. Oh, I hate that, bro. Greedy rich niggas, bro. Especially, and rich people, son, like Jackie Chan, talking about some they ain't gonna give no money to their kids when they die, cause they think they gonna blow all the money. Like, gang. So you just want your kid to just work then? You worked hard, made all these millions, and instead of passing it on to your kids, it's just F that nigga. Yeah, he gonna blow all the money. F that nigga. Like what? Like Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan made about $300 million from his movies, bro. You think your son gonna blow through all that? You think your son gonna blow through 300 M's? And if he do, he dumb. Let him go through that. Let him go through that lesson. He just gonna have to learn and learn what he did. You know what I'm saying?
Hunger is political. Being hungry.
Like, bro, if your son, you gonna be dead anyway. You ain't gonna be able to know if the nigga blowed all the money. If the nigga blow all the money, then the nigga dumb, and he just gonna have to work and get the generational wealth back up.
It's more of a political thing. Imagine you're actually hungry and then you hear a billionaire say that. And that's not a quote from me. That is a quote from the richest man on earth. Because it is very difficult to give away money effectively. $839 billion. And you think hunger is a political thing and it's hard for you to give away money effectively? What does that mean? You mean like the physical act of you handing somebody some money? You ever like saw someone sitting on the street and just
Shout out 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine, a good dude.
handed them $100
What he was at? This was in Cuba, I think. Where he was doing this.
bill? Is that not effective enough? Or like bought somebody some food? What do you mean, Elon? All of this comes from an interview Elon did with Business Insider. This is a planned interview. Okay, this is something that he probably knew about for weeks, and he still said this. And just to show how really out of touch he is, he also said that not having enough food isn't the problem, because there's a lot of food. In the US and many countries, the issue is more obesity than hunger. Like, what?
What?
Bro, it's from Africa. Okay, statistically,
For real?
3 of the hungriest countries on earth are in Africa. Is obesity a problem in Sudan, Elon? The guy giving the interview was so perplexed by this answer that he immediately changed the subject and started talking about social media. But Elon is the same guy who bought an entire town in Texas just so he could test his rockets. I mean, he didn't literally buy the town, he just bought up so much private land in it that he got to rename it to Starbase. And I saw the mayor praising Elon for bringing economic opportunity to the small town, but he may not have heard Elon say in another
Gang, that nigga just polluting the air and giving niggas cancer. Like, come on.
interview, oh, we've got a lot of land with nobody around, so if it blows up, it's cool.
Just ridiculous. So either he's not very well informed by his people or he's got his head in the clouds.
Because we got a lot of land with nobody around. So if it blows up, it's cool.
People still live in this town, but he doesn't care because it's just so hard to care about the poor's. So according to Forbes, 40% of billionaires like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk have failed to even give away 1% of their wealth to charity. Just think about that. 1%. That's like me having $1,000 and being stingy with a
I be seeing Jeff Bezos do a couple. I've seen Jeff Bezos give money away and do some things.
$10 bill. But you don't become a billionaire by being nice. I still remember this guy being called the nicest billionaire on earth right before he got put in the feds. But these examples of billionaires are obviously much worse than just somebody with an above average income being
The hell you put cheeser on this for?
cheap, like a huge streamer, Evelyn, that left a
The hell you put nigga just put cheeser on the stream for no reason.
$5 tip on what was supposedly a $250 restaurant bill. And I know she wasn't alone, but that kind of makes it worse. Like, damn, none of y'all could have dropped a 20 on the table?
Because he only left me like $5 tip. I didn't know.
Yeah, no, nothing wrong. He went to go get the car. Yeah, but nothing we can say about that. Sorry.
Damn, even she she must know them. She said you only left me a $5 tip. Damn. She must know they got money.
This girl is supposedly on her way to like 15,000 subs on Twitch, which again, with the math, damn, I hate math, but that would be like 20 grand a month, right? Get that lady a bigger tip. You know it's outrageous when the waitress had to run and catch up to him because she was wondering like there just has to be some kind of problem. Ain't no way they just left me a $5 tip. Like, damn, bro, I've tipped more than that at an IHOP. But shout out to these
Like,
guys
damn,
for tipping this lady.
you had to wait like you left me a $5 tip. even though that is OD, like you should have been. If a nigga want to leave, hey, niggas could tip whatever they want. Nigga want to tip you $5, bro. You just gotta be grateful with the $5. Like I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But I do get what she's saying though. Like y'all could have tipped more.
$1,000. And XQC also gave this lady a $1,200 tip. And you know what? Quick note here. Asmongold, a very popular streamer who's been a content creator for like 20 years, I've kind of ignored him, but recently I heard, and it might be an old clip, but I've heard him say something that makes it sound like he's just either so consumed by greed or just being paid so handsomely to push government propaganda. But on stream, he was saying that it's basically okay for America to invade other countries as long as America gets paid from it. But he goes on to say that it would still be worth it even if it cost civilian lives.
Alright.
You know that America invading another country does not benefit you, right? The cost of living doesn't go down whenever we send our army somewhere. You know the cost of living only goes in one direction. That's why the boomers get memed for being able to buy a house for $35 and a handshake. If the U.S. doing a military operation benefited us, I'd be able to buy a house for $20,000 right now. You can barely get a trailer for that. Like, what would cause him to say something? You know the United States makes money. The government makes money all the time, and it doesn't benefit you. Again, the cost of living only goes in one direction, okay? It goes up. It does not go down no matter how many countries we invade.
But if we can get enough money out of the place that we're intervening in, and we can
Ain't no money. You need oil. Like them niggas just getting oil.
effectively make it worthwhile for us, then I'd be okay with it. If it's making us money, it's beneficial for us, it's lowering our costs, or there's some other downstream effect of it, then yeah, I'd be okay with it. Even if it costs civilian lives, yeah, who gives a shit?
So for him to say something like this, sitting around his roach infested, and by the way, this is not shade. He is actually proud of living around roaches, and he doesn't have to because he's made a lot of money. He just is that kind of guy.
They call me the roach whisperer.
But bro, you are somebody that has sat around for 20 years playing games, and now you sit around watching videos, and you have the audacity to say that it's worth civilian lives to make money for the country to make money. You not even gonna make money from it. Anyway, just a really bad example of something that sounds like corporate greed, except for he's not even employed by any of these corporations that will be invading the country. On a less serious note, now I wasn't going to talk about this girl because my wife loves her videos. And apparently, this girl, even though she's very rich, she's also very, very generous. And she gives away a lot of money, like to the staff in her building on holidays or something. And she even does giveaways for her followers, which is great because
But girls love them. Every girl got a favorite niche influencer on TikTok, a micro celebrity.
we love generosity over here. But I feel like I would be, I don't know, kind of silly for not mentioning her. But seriously though, May, please come and hang out with my wife. She loves you. But look at this. Damn, I hate math. But what is this? Like over $40,000 in credit card bills? That's crazy. And look at this. When this video started playing, I thought she was getting off the elevator in some fancy hotel. But this is her apartment in Shanghai, because I guess her family has property in China and the US. But this is absurd. This video was supposed to be about her eating KFC, but I can't even focus on the chicken because I'm too distracted by the two chandeliers in the background. Look at this door. Does the handle cost more than my car? Possibly. Now, I won't just call her greedy because she was born into all of this, and it seems like she just really
So a nepo baby.
probably wouldn't know what else to do. I mean, someone that was born with all of this money, you probably wouldn't know how to look more humble because you just not something that you do. And yeah, this might sound crazy, but I know she didn't ask to be so wealthy. I'm just saying I don't want to call her greedy because she is generous. So I can't just call her greedy for having a lot of money and a lot of stuff because it's just how she lives. And it's probably hard for her to not look like the pure essence of capitalism. But again, it's not her fault that she was born into such a wealthy family. But this is the excess. It's crazy. Pretty impressive, to be honest. And look at this bill. Damn. All right, but moving on. This is one that kind of confuses me. So this is Cheezer, another big streamer, and he hasn't really been active on Twitch because he did move over to Kick. But one day he'll be betting Aiden Ross $10,000 on a 1v1 basketball game, and might I add, a super trash 1v1 basketball game because
Trap Universe game. This is from like 2021, my nigga. I know you unk, so you don't know about these niggas. Like, this is from like 2021 game.
well, no, he look almost as bad as me out there. But one day he'll be doing that. And then one day he'll be on stream with his mom where she says he retired her, but she still works 5 days a week. And when Aiden Ross offers to give his mom a lot of money, Cheezer doesn't even want his mom to know how much he makes.
Are you currently working right now?
Who, me? No, I don't work. Mimi
Oh,
retired.
okay.
Yeah, Mimi retired me like 3 months ago.
You don't gotta lie. She works less. She works a lot less.
I work less. I mean, I work, but I work less.
A lot
double
less.
I'm gonna send you a year of $5,000 a month up front, okay? So you don't have to work.
Aiden, she doesn't know how much I get paid.
Oh no, I can't accept that. No, that's too much for me. No, honey.
Now, to be fair, all right, I can't just come to a conclusion on this and just call him as selfish as this clip actually makes him look, because his mom does sound kind of Eastern European, possibly Bosnian, and if you know anything about the Balkans,
Yeah, he's Bosnian.
it's a pretty stereotypically hard-working part of Europe. Like there's that meme of the entire German economy being held up by some dude from the Balkans working 3 jobs. So this is kind of confusing because, I mean, $10,000 for a 1v1 basketball game seems like you could definitely retire your mom. So I'm just going to assume that she's just a hard-working lady and she doesn't want to quit. But again, even if he was being as selfish as this clip is meant to portray him, it still would be nothing to somebody like Jeff Bezos having a reputation for being selfish. He does have a lot of charity, so I won't call him completely selfish, but it is kind of funny that in 2020, he purchased a $165 million house in Beverly Hills, something that might have been a record in LA County, 10 acres, which for reference is like 7.5 football fields, American football for all my viewers outside the US. But this house has the
Yeah, damn, that's the what the
highest residential fence in the United States. So the poorest can't even dream about looking over here. This is crazy. I mean,
God damn.
it just looks like a really big
Boy, you see what 100 nigga in
this
Texas,
house
this big ass house, he probably could have got this for like 50 million in Texas.
has the
But this the biggest house I ever seen in California. You know, niggas in California be getting scammed. Niggas be paying $20 million for a house in California, and the house be only damn 4 bedrooms and 4 baths.
highest residential fence in the United States. So the poorest can't even dream about looking over here. This is crazy. I mean, it just looks like a really big hedge. Is there a fence in that hedge, or is the hedge
Yeah, like nigga living in a big ass maze.
considered the fence? But then you have somebody like Donald Trump, a man whose family has been wealthy since the 1800s, being ordered to pay
I don't know. We gotta look into Jeff Bezos. Like I don't know. Jeff Bezos probably on some freaky shit. Well, he married, but I don't know. These ultra billionaires, they be doing some freaky. Like, bro, look at Epstein, bro. These niggas be so rich, they be so bored, and they really don't be knowing what to do.
$2 million because he spent charity money.
I don't know that big ass fence and that big ass house. I don't know what he be doing in that house, son.
Like, his charity was the Donald J. Trump Foundation, and it's been a thing for a long time, but it was shut down in 2018 because the court dissolved it once they discovered that he spent millions of dollars from the charity on politics. Like, damn, bro, you could have funded your own political career. It's kind of like when he had his salary and he said that he was going to donate his presidential salary to charity. But once tax time came around, this news publication got a hold of his tax records and he didn't have any charity on there. And believe me, a rich person would definitely report anything that would be considered a tax write-off on their taxes. But still, nothing will ever top Elon Musk saying it's hard to give away money effectively. And that hunger is not the problem. Like, yeah, Elon, there's food all over America. The problem is some people can't afford it. Anyway, that's all I got before I get very angry. But I appreciate you guys for always tuning in and supporting. And I'll see you next time.
Yeah, them niggas is overly out of touch, like overly. Make sure to subscribe and I'll do this.